This is one of the best college essays I've ever read. Torture and truth. The underlying symptoms of war caught up to me. I managed to triumph in a few commendable battles despite my foe's advantage and experience in brute force, but it was time to bite the bullet. The opposition's tactic of deception was effective. I belatedly realized my mom was indeed not taking me to get ice cream. My routine campaigns advocating for a toothbrush-free household, which I backed with any obscure information I could find on the family computer, ultimately fell short. I laid solemnly on the dental chair, lights blinding and blades whirring, the bubblegum-flavored toothpaste of no aid. With an array of edged and unremitting instruments ambushing my crowns, I was unable to hold in my howls. Conjuring the memory once again, relapsing the pain, I can only come to one conclusion. Wisdom teeth cannot talk. Though wisdom teeth cannot outright tell us their advice, it would be insensitive to objectify our teeth's feelings to simplify what-ifs. That is why it is of utmost importance to give teeth their due diligence and inspect the possibilities of their wisdom in a multitude of spectrums. The definition of talking itself could be subjective and brought into question. Communication doesn't have to be the product of the symphony that is our vocal cords, but instead any form of communication between the body and mind. Perhaps all the wisdom a tooth has is encapsulated in its neurons. These building blocks of the nervous system relay the impact of any stimulus from the fibers in teeth, or lack thereof, to the brain. If in pain or discomfort, all a wisdom tooth could have to say or transmit is simply to brush our teeth more. The possibility that teeth can actually talk but are a bit shy has not been crossed off my board just yet. Wisdom teeth were deemed necessary when our ancestors had wider jaws and ate every twig and carcass available, but this is no longer the case. Furthermore, ever since Novocaine was introduced in 1902, wisdom teeth have been detached for being an inconvenience. Perhaps the psychological effect of abandonment and mistreatment needs to be assessed before questioning the lack of communication from our teeth. Their insight may be a lesson on loyalty, not abandoning those who had our back in the darkest of times. Though we cannot conventionally interpret what insight a wisdom tooth might have, it is not implausible to surmise that their outlook and thought process would be directly affected by their environment just as humans are. The same way one mustn't make harsh conjectures about others because we are unaware of their circumstances. I can't conclude exactly what someone else's wisdom tooth may believe. As George Eliot, my mother, and seemingly every elementary school teacher has preached, don't judge a book by its cover. Every moment that my wisdom teeth have compressed my Hispanic mother's dishes that are always a bit too spicy, or gnawed on a pencil cap as my incentive for staying up late to do homework, has shaped their individual tastes. Every time they have been pushed on a wrestling mat or punched by 16-ounce gloves during sparring, it shaped their character. Every time I gritted my teeth when I was bullied for being overweight or called slurs at travel baseball games, it shaped their ability to realize those people have not come to terms with themselves. Every time they clattered while working in the cold, or of course chipped due to the lack of brushing at 8 years old, it built their resilience. It is important to understand that people and their teeth along with them are influenced by the world around us. Truly a well-written essay.